Hello everyone, it's me Sanjay Vasu back again for another video. This time I'm doing it on Cambridge Secondary 1 checkpoint for Mathematics Paper 1 April 2017. Let's start. Question 1. Work out angles A, B and C in the diagram. Angle A is equal to, because we have a triangle here and angles in the triangle add up to 180 degrees, we can say A is equal to 180 minus these two angles here, 85 and 32, and A is equal to, if we do it correctly, 63 degrees. And because of that, since these two are corresponding angles, C is also 63 degrees, and B will be 180 minus 63, since angles in a straight line add up to 180 as well, which is 117 degrees. That's the answer. Question 2. Mia, Lily, Mike, Jamila, and Oliver each record the time they take to do their homework. Mia takes 10 minutes. The table gives information about the time that the other 4 students take. Complete the table. Lily takes 20 minutes longer than Mia, that's t plus 20. Mike takes twice as long as Mia, so that means 2 times as long as Mia, which is 2t. Jamila takes 10 minutes less than Mia, that means 10 minutes less than Mia is just t minus 10. Oliver takes dash for t by 2. T by 2 means half the time of t, so that means half the time of Mia. That's the answer. Question 3. Ahmed has 10 tins in his cupboard. 5 contain soup, 3 contain peas, and 2 contain beans. Ahmed takes a tin from his cupboard without looking. 4 events are: A. Ahmed picks a tin containing beans, B. for soup, C. for oranges, and D. for peas. Place hours on the probability scale to show how likely each of the events is. First one's been done for you. So A, which is choosing beans, that's 2 out of total 10, which is 0.2, which is over here. Now for soup, it's 5 out of 10, which is 0.5, so we can put an arrow over here. For B, for C, it's not possible, so we have an arrow there. There's no orange tins here, so it's not possible. And for D, a tin containing peas, there are 3 peas tins out of total 10, so 3 by 10, which is 0.3. D comes there. Question 4. These cards show the height of 6 plants. Arrange the height in order of size, starting with the tallest. 2 cards have been done for you. So let's convert all to centimeters. 1 meter is 6 centimeters, 106 centimeters, and this is 160 centimeters. This is 120 centimeters, and it is 115 centimeters. So the largest is 160 centimeters, which is 1.6 meters, then 132 centimeters, then comes 1 meter 20 centimeter, and then comes 1.15 meters, and then 1 meter 6 centimeter, and the shortest is 86 centimeters. That's the answer. Question 5. The table and frequency diagram shows some information about the number of customers visiting a shop on each of the last 50 Mondays. Number of customers: 10 to 14, that's 11. 15 to 19, that's 21. 20 to 24, that's 10. 25 to 29, and 30 to 34 are not given. We have a frequency diagram here, and A, use this information to complete the table. So we have 30 to 34, which is at the height of 3 in the frequency. So frequency here is also 3. And for 25 to 29, it's all the remaining except for these. So 50 minus all of these, and if you do that correctly, you get the answer as 5. B, complete the frequency diagram. You can just draw the bars for 20 to 24 and 25 to 29, 10 and 5 respectively. So for 20 to 24, make sure that the bar has equal length. I know this bar which I've drawn does not have equal width here, but then the bar which you draw has to have equal width as all the other bars. And 25 to 29 is 5, so we can draw up to here, halfway through 4 and 6. That's the answer. Part C. The number of customers using the shop on the last 50 Tuesdays is shown in the frequency diagram here. Yusuf says the model class is the same for the last 50 Mondays and Tuesdays. Take the show if Yusuf is correct, explain the answer. So over here for Tuesdays, the model class is 15 to 19 since it has the highest frequency. For Mondays, it's also 15 to 19 has the highest frequency. So Yusuf is correct, since model class is equal to 15 to 19 customers for both days. That's the answer. Question 6. The graph shows three straight lines A, B, and C. A, put a ring around the equation of line A over here. That's a vertical line, so it's x equals something. And since it passes through the 5 on the x-axis, it means x is equal to 5. This one trick, if it's a vertical line, remember that it's x equals something, and if it's a horizontal line like B is, it's y equals something. B, write down the equation of line B. Now, it's a horizontal line, so it's y equals something, and since it passes through 7 on the y-axis, it's simply y equals 7. C, tick to show whether each of these facts about line C is true or false. The point 2, 4 lies on line C. True or false? So we check. The point 2, 4 does lie on line C right there. So this is true. The y-coordinate's always 2 more than the x-coordinate on line C. Well, that's false, because we can see that in this point over here, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2. So the difference is 2 minus 1, which is 1, but it says the difference is always 2. That's wrong. The equation is y equals 2x. This is correct, because when you multiply the value of x by 2, we get y. y into 2 is 2. 2 into 2 is 4. 3 into 2 is 6, and etc., etc. That's the answer. Question 7. The diagram shows a row of 7 triangles made from matches. The number of matches needed to make a row of t triangles is given by the expression 2t plus 1. Work out the number of matches needed for a row of 36 triangles. So to make a certain number of triangles, we need to multiply the number by 2 and plus 1, the number of triangles which we want, and that'll be number of matches. So 2 into 36 plus 1, which is equal to 72 plus 1, 73 matches. That's the answer. Question 8. A. Change 2 by 5 to a decimal. That's simply 4 by 10, which is equal to 0.4. That's the answer. B. Write an integer in each box to make the statement true. We have 2 by 5 is less than dash, less than 1 by 2. So 2 by 5 can be written as 4 by 10, and 1 by 2 can be written as 5 by 10. But then we cannot write integers to make it in between these two if the denominator is 10. So we can write this as 8 by 20 and this as 10 by 20. Now there's an integer in between 8 and 10, which is 9, and the denominator is 20, so we can write that 9 by 20. That's the answer. Question 9. Calculate 23.456 minus 1.78. That's just, if we do it correctly, just bring it like this. 23.456, 1.780, because this place is 1.780. Subtract, we get 6, and then we have a 7, because we borrowed 1 from here. This becomes 15. So 3 minus 7, we borrowed 1 from here. So we get 13 minus 7, which is 6. And then we have 21.676. That's the answer. Question 10. Use the information in the box over here to write down the value of each of the following. 27.6 into 4.1 is equal to 113.16. Now for A, 2.76 into 4.1 is equal to what? Since we've divided this number by 10 and multiplied by the same number here, we have to divide the answer by 10, so it'll be 11.316. B, 113.16 by 41. Because we multiply this number by 10, we have to divide this number over here by 10 to get the same answer, which is 113.16. So we have to divide by 10, 2.76. C, 13.8 into 8.2. 13.8 is equal to 27.6 by 2. And 8.2 is equal to 4.1 into 2. These two will cancel out, so it's just 27.6 into 4.1, which is 113.16. That's the answer. Question 11. Find 12% of $34. So that'll be 12 by 100 into 34. We cannot use a calculator in this paper, so we have to do it normally. 12 into 34 is simply 408. 408 by 100 is equal to $4.08. That's the answer. Question 12. Angelique and Safia each go for a run. The travel graph shows their runs. A. Angelique and Safia both stop during their runs. Work out how much longer Angelique stopped than Safia. So Angelique is the bold line, the straight line, and Safia is the dotted line. So the stop is the time when the distance from home in kilometers remains constant over time, or it's a horizontal line. That's the time when they stop. So for Angelique, it goes from 30 till 80 minutes. So it'll be 80 minus 30, and the whole thing minus the time that Safia stopped. Now we need to find out how much Safia stopped. So that'll be 60 minus 40. That'll simply be 50 minus 20, which is 30 minutes longer than Angelique stopped. That's the answer. B. Complete the sentences. Dash runs the furthest distance. It's obviously Safia since she goes 6 kilometers front and back. So 12 kilometers total. Angelique only runs 10 kilometers. So it's Safia. And she runs dash kilometer in total. That's 6 out and 6 back. So 12 kilometers. C. Safia runs faster than Angelique. Explain how the graph shows this. We can see that Safia runs a larger amount of distance in less time than Angelique, so we can just write that. Safia runs more distance in less time than Angelique, and that's why the graph shows it. That's the answer. Question 13. 360 can be written as 2 to the power x and 3 to the power y into 5, where x and y are positive integers. Work out the value of x and y. So 360, when we use factor tree and just factorize, to 180, to 90, to 45, 315, and we have 3, 5. So 360 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. So 360 is equal to 2 to the power of 3 into 3 to the power of 2 into 5, which is equal to 2 to the power of x into 3 to the power of y into 5, as given in the question. We can see 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 2 to the power of x, 3 to the power of 2 equals 3 to the power of y. So x is equal to 3 and y equals 2. That's the answer. Question 14. Chen throws 2 six-sided dice. He records the difference between the two scores. Complete this table by showing the possible outcomes. So we just need to fill in all the blank spaces, which are 9 blank spaces. Over here we have 3 minus 1, 2, 4 minus 1, 3, 5 minus 1, 4, 4 minus 2, 2, 5 minus 2, 3, 6 minus 2, 4, 5 minus 3, 2, 6 minus 3, 3, and 6 minus 4, 2. That's the answer. Question 15. Write the missing number in each box. A. 0.25 into 10 to the power 3. That's equal to 0.25 into 1000, which is equal to 250. Dash divided by 10 power minus 1 equals 25. Divide by 10 power minus 1 is equal to divide by 1 by 10. So multiply by 10. So something into 10 is equal to 25. This something is equal to 25 by 10, which is 2.5. That's the answer. Question 16. Apples cost $1.85 per kilogram. Work out the cost of 1.6 kilograms of apples. So 1.6 kilograms will be 1.6 into 1.85. And if you do this correctly, you get the answer as $2.96. That's the answer. Question 17. The coordinates of point A are 1, 2, and the coordinates of point B are -3, 4. Find the midpoint of line AB. So the midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. That's the midpoint. So that'll be equal to 1 plus minus 3 by 2, 2 plus 4 by 2. That'll be simply -1, 3. That's the answer. Question 18. Write the missing numbers in the boxes. 2 by 3 divided by dash equals 2 by 3 into 4 by 3, which is what? 2 by 3 into 4 by 3, we can write this as 2 by 3 divided by 3 by 4. And that's what we're going to write here. And 2 by 3 into 4 by 3 is simply 8 by 9. Question 19. A quadrilateral shown on the grid. Enlarge it by scale factor 3, center 10, 4, which is this point over here. So you need to enlarge it, scale factor 3. So all the points on the quadrilateral, they'll be 3 points away from this point. So we just take from this point 3 times the length from this point to this point. So we go 1 up, 2 left to get from here to here. Now because it's 3 times the length, we do it 2 more times. 1 up, 2 left, 1 up, 2 left. We come to this point, 4, 7, and that's where we're going to put the point for the enlarged quadrilateral. Now we can do the same thing for the other 3 points there. We go from this point to this one, we go 2 down, 3 left. So we do it 2 more times. Like that, and it'll come down there, which is 1, minus 2. And using similar methods, we'll get the other 2 points over here and over here. So for this one over here, it'll be 1, 4. So 1 down, 4 left. We do it another 2 times, we get there. And for going from here to here, we go like that. So 1 up, 4 left, 1 up, 4 left, 1 up, 4 left, and we get to that point. And now we simply connect the dots over here, just like this, and that's our enlarged shape. That's our answer. Question 20. Draw lines to match the equal values. 5 to the power minus 1 is 1 by 5, which is 0 0.2. 5 to the power minus 2 is 1 by 5 to the power 2, which is 1 by 25, which is 0 0.04 or 4%. 2 to the power minus 3 is 1 by 2 to the power 3, which is 1 by 8, or in other words 0 0.125, which is the first option. 3 to the power minus 2 is 1 by 3 to the power 2, which is 1 by 9. And last option is 0 0.25 for 1 by 2 the whole squared, which is simply 1 by 2 squared, 1 by 4, which is anyway 0 0.25, so that's correct. That's the answer. Question 21. Aiko needs 20 liters of paint. She mixes the paint using paint powder and water. She uses these mixing instructions. To make 200 ml of paint, mix 40 grams of paint powder with 120 ml of water. Paint powder comes in packets of 0.6 kg. Work out how many packets of paint powder Aiko needs. So 20 liters is equal to 20,000 milliliters. To make 200 milliliters, we need 40 grams of paint powder. So for 200,000 milliliters, which is 200 into 100, we need 40 into 100 multiplying by same number, which is 4,000 grams of paint powder. I'll write over here. So 0.6 kg is 600 grams. We can do 4,000 divided by 600 to get number of packets, and we can cancel 2 zeros. 40 divided by 6, we will get 6 2 by 3 if we do it correctly, and that means she needs 7 packets because she cannot get 2/3 of a packet, so she needs 1 packet for even this 2/3. That's the answer. Question 22. Here are 2 rectangles. A. Give a description of the reflection that transforms rectangle A onto rectangle B. Okay, so we need to reflect A onto B, right? Of course, we have to reflect it diagonally. And at this point, the domain's the same after reflecting because it's on both A rectangle and rectangle B. So that means the line, diagonal line, passes through this point 4, 4. And that's why it'll be this line over here, which is actually the line y equals x. Every point you take, the x value and y value will be equal, and that's why it's y equals x. So it's simply a reflection in the line y equals x. That's the answer. B. Give a description of a rotation that transforms rectangle A onto rectangle B. Alright, if you rotate this rectangle A clockwise around this point over here, it will sit on top of rectangle B but it won't be on rectangle B. To fix this, actually, because we reflected on the line y equals x, the center of rotation will most likely also be on this line y equals x. So instead of taking this point, let's take the next point below, 3, 3. So let's just place the point. And now if we rotate this point 90 degrees clockwise, it'll come here. This point on rectangle A will come here for rectangle B. this point will come here for rectangle B and this one will go there. We can see that all the points on rectangle A have been rotated to form rectangle B when we rotate it around this point 3, 3. That means that the rotation is rotation 90 degrees clockwise, center 3, 3, which is this point over here. That's the answer. Question 23. Proving around the calculations that have an answer greater than 42. 42 into 0.17, it'll have less than 42 because you're multiplying by a number less than 1. 42 divided by 0.18, because you're dividing by 0.18, it'll be 42 divided by 18 by 100, which equals 42 into 100 by 18, which means it'll be greater than 42. We can put a ring around that. 42 into 3 by 11, we're multiplying it by a fraction less than 1, so it's not going to be greater. 42 divided by 5 by 8, that'll be 42 into 8 by 5, which is going to be greater than 42 at the end, because 8 by 5 is greater than 1, so we can put a ring around that. That's the answer. Question 4, complete this multiplication grid. First, we can do 4 into 1.2, we get 4.8. 4 into something is equal to 1, and the something is 1 by 4, which is 0.25. Now we can do 0.25 into something is 0.3, and that something will be 1.2. Because we multiply those, we get 0.3. And 1.2 into 1.2, that's just 1.2 squared, 1.44. That's the answer. With that, I come to the end of the video. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, share this video with your friends and family, and comment on how you think this video was. With that, it's me, Sanjay Vasu, signing out. Thank you. Bye.